What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Payne Plays Games videos. Alright guys, Night Crows. I didn't even know this game existed. It is going to be a mobile MMORPG, also coming out for PC, so I actually downloaded the PC version because the game looks bomb as hell. Thank you for Gemstar, who actually follows me on YouTube, asked me if I'm going to be playing this. And I went into my Discord and people were like, hey, you're going to be playing this? I'm like, what? Why do I not know about this game? So, servers open tomorrow, and hell, if I'm not going to be playing this game, I'm definitely going to be playing this game. So let's take a look at the trailer, guys. A lot of you may not have heard of this, just like me, but I have taken a look at this, and I'm like, this looks really, really damn good. So definitely going to be trying this out tomorrow, making a video on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it together and see what Night Crows is all about. So this is the first trailer that is out for the game. We'll go onto the main webpage, also take a look at it. You can now download the PC version right now, like the client. I suggest you do it. It's 19 gigabytes, so not really big for an MMORPG, to be honest, for PC specifically, but worth the pre-download now because the servers will open tomorrow, I believe in the morning, so you guys can jump on and start playing this. So let's have a look here together, guys. We can see what the game is all about and kind of go from there. So Mad Engine is I guess the engine that's being used. Let me just make sure the quality here is correct. Let's go to MVP. Oh wait, now that I think about this, I have seen this before. Asmongold covered this for like a brief minute. Now I know what game this is. I just didn't know it was coming out so soon. Night Crows. I was like, why do I remember this scene? The scene now rings a damn bell. Okay. Very Lord of the Ring-ish, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful atmospheres. Graphics look incredible, not gonna lie. Like from this perspective, the game looks gorgeous. Like, and this is the kind of stuff I love. We're talking about medieval stuff. I'm all over this. Oh my god, that looks like Rohan. Like, this looks straight up from Lord of the Rings. Very New World-ish as well. Very cool. Very, very cool. Now, you can probably bet this is going to be very pay to win, I would imagine. Most MMOs nowadays that are mobile are. That looks really cool. A little Assassin's Creed over here. Movements don't look bad. There's a glider. And this is in-game footage, right? You can see the bottom right. I believe the classes are locked to gender as well, too, if I recall. I'd have to double check that. I think it's very Lost Ark in that regard. It looks very much like Lost Ark, like something Lost Ark would do. Look at that. Oh yeah, I definitely remember this now. Damn, son. Dropping tomorrow, as mentioned. So this is from the official site, guys. There's nightcrows.com. Again, you guys can download the... I was just doing this. Download the... Here, I'm going to move my screen for a sec. Let me move myself onto this side. You guys can see the download button. Definitely click on that, and then you guys can start the game and then actually download the video, okay? So there's a couple class intros here that I want to go through as well, too. You guys can see what's available currently. So first off, there's going to be a couple different classes. So let's start off with the warrior with two-handed sword. So we can take a quick look at this as well. You guys can see 41 seconds worth. The strength to charge while swinging a gigantic sword. So warrior, vanguard, general, and then grand general. So there's different classes. You can see like the actual combat is fast for a two-handed sword class, which is a little bit interesting because most of the time you want two-handed sword classes to be a little bit slower but more powerful. He swings the sword like it's a dagger. And so keep this in mind, okay? It is an MMORPG for mobile. A lot of this is going to be autoplay. Don't get it twisted. Most of this is going to be done on your behalf, and there will be a lot of microtransactions. So don't be surprised if that's how that works. Okay, so there's that. I'll be honest with you guys. I think it's too fast. When I see a great sword being swung, I don't expect it to be swung like a dagger, and that's what that felt like. Okay, so here's a warrior with a spear, sorry. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so this is a dual-edged spear. That looks really cool. That looks like a glaive than it does a spear. So warrior, spearman, impaler, and sin impaler. Those are the different classes. Now, a spear being thrust is a lot faster than a greatsword, clearly. So this is a little bit more believable. Still super fast in regards to, but it is a Korean MMORPG, so I'm not surprised. Very Lost Ark-ish. But if you remember, like Lost Ark, if you have played Lost Ark, when you swing a greatsword, and the warrior swings a greatsword, right? It swings a lot slower. The actual spear, though, is a much faster weapon, right? It is an extended sword, essentially, at the end of the day. All right, so there's that class. Looks pretty cool. I always usually play warrior classes, so we'll see how it goes. Either that or assassins. All right, so this is gonna be your tank. Very paladin-like. Swordsman, soldier, knight, and royal knight. Okay, so this is gonna be your vanguard. So essentially, oh, that's kind of cool. You got a grappling hook. Oh, it looks badass, man. I usually love playing tank classes too, so I'm always either a tank or a warrior or an assassin. So I'm very curious to see how that. I like the grappling hook. I like the fact that you can pull enemies in. So it's interesting to see these mobs are non-aggro until they get attacked. Okay, so there's the tank class. I think that class actually looked the best so far out of all three of those. And let's see the twin swords. This is a dual wielding class. So now you can see there it is. Oh no, okay, so it is not gender specific. So there's a male and a female version of this. So swordsman, dual sword slayer, and mad slayer. That was kind of cool. Now I'm a big fan of dual wielding. Okay, so I take it back. This looks like the most fun class so far. Like, the world looks gorgeous, but I don't like the mobs and I don't know if this is because of beta and the mobs are just non-aggro, but they're all just standing still when their fellow comrades right beside them are getting killed. Again, it could be just because of beta, and I think that's most likely it. I hope this game doesn't come out with a lot of bugs. So let's check out the hunter class. This is a bow. You know what? I'll be honest with you guys. Beastmasters, hunters, and all that stuff, like archers, I've never been a huge fan of them. But I'm curious to see how this plays out. So Phantom Sniper is the last class. You never know. Might have a change of heart on these. They're usually the best DPS, honestly, outside of sorcerers. Okay, so there's a hamstring kind of move where they kind of stop the enemy in their tracks. Looks like different elements of arrows flying through. Okay, looks kind of cool. Actually, it looks all right. Again, very fast, like very fast. Okay, I'm gonna go through this one. Let's go dagger. This is another hunter class. Dagger. This is more up my alley. Shadow assassin. See, this is the kind of stuff I play usually. And now, if you've never read my book, most of you have not. Darkheart, right? He's an assassin. So I have a big affinity with assassins. A lot more upfront melee than I expected. I would have expected more like, there we go, that's a little more poison, more shadow, more sneak attacks from the back, kind of those kind of things. Let's see, a witch, staff, a witch or a warlock. Interesting that it's a witch only. She looks like a priest. Witch, professor, mage, archmage. Okay, ice and fire specifically. Now, I do like the sorcerer and mage classes. I have to admit, I've always been a big fan of all elemental attacks. I say a lot of thunder there. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's a little bit more than fire and ice. You know what? I might actually go live with this tomorrow. Okay. What else do we got here? Looks like one more, which is the Witch Wand class. Let's check out this one. Witch Scholar. Okay, so this is the healer, which is interesting because usually healers have the staffs, and the witches actually have the wands. Interesting choice. So it looks like a lot of smites, a lot of protective spells. Class looks alright. Probably some dots, I would imagine. I'm assuming heals, barriers, etc. All right. I mean, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Now, the actual real issue we're going to have here, creation of the world, way of life. Let's check what this is. 2 minutes. See what the way of life is. I'm curious.
In Nightcrows, there are 4 class types and 8 subclasses. Nightcrows may choose among the initial classes of warrior, swordman, hunter, and witch. There are 2 subclasses for each
Which we saw
initial
that.
class, and the 3 promotions for each subclass allow each initial class to become even more specialized and powerful.
Oh, that's cool.
The first warrior class can choose either the two-handed sword or spear. With the two-handed sword comes formidable HP and power, enabling you to overpower the enemy with a gigantic weapon. With the spear, you can enjoy a heavier
We're
spell
probably going to go greatsword.
like putting a number of enemies together to bind them. The swordman class can balance both attack and defense by choosing either the one-handed sword or twin sword.
Oh, the twin
This
swords look
class
good
can
though
use
too.
a shield to protect both themselves and allies, or use the twin sword to strike fatal blows.
Okay, so we kind of saw this already. So we're gonna forget this. We already saw the classes. I think you guys can watch this. Obviously, check that out on your own. Just want to see if there's anything that talks about. Let's see, verifying your account for Nightcrows, playing in guilds and benefits, obtaining currency. This is an important one. Obtaining currency. How do you obtain currency? How pay to win is this?
Hello, Nightcrows crew. Welcome to the world of Nightcrows. Now, adventure always requires currency. It is what greases the wheels of adventure. And how do we get it? Cross create with your guide to adventure, CM Yunyoung. Today's guide begins now. The default way of obtaining currency is through hunting monsters. If you want to get items that are more special, try visiting the various dungeons in Nightcrows.
Okay, dungeons.
There, you can
Pretty
obtain
straightforward.
more useful items. Dungeons may only be used for set amounts of time, and the difficulty of each dungeon increases with level. The higher the difficulty,
Oh, okay, I see.
the more difficult hunting monsters
That's cool.
will be.
That's cool.
But the grade of the rewards will also have gone up. In special dungeons, you can engage in PvP in server groups. By
Oh,
defeating
boy.
characters from different servers, you can obtain distinction insignia. And in special
Oh, boy.
dungeons, boss monsters appear
This is gonna be
in-
toxic.
Information about boss monsters that appear in field maps and special
Oh,
dungeons
no.
is available in boss status menu. There, you can get information
That's
about
cool.
the time
I like that they show the drops and stuff.
missions and rewards. Use this information to participate in defeating boss monsters. Who knows? It may even give you special rewards. Now, on to more places to get special items. One would be the Battlefront. PvP in
Come on,
server groups
get to the
also
shop.
available here, and the distinction insignia obtained here can be exchanged for various items. So
Okay, that's
don't
cool.
forget to visit the Battlefront merchant to do just that. There
Here
are
it
also
is.
ranking benefits for the
Hold
amount
up,
of
hold
items
up.
you've obtained can be menu. All the special items you've obtained can be changed into currency through the exchange. Check price information for items you have to sell them at appropriate prices, and once an item you've registered is sold, you obtain V-Dia. You can also buy items you need using diamonds and V-Dia, so it might be a good idea to visit the exchange to get the items you need.
Oh boy.
Yet another way to obtain V-Dia would be the request station. At the request station, you can carry out quests and craft requests from other users to obtain V-Dia as rewards.
So VDI is
Power
the
is now
pay to win
required,
currency.
So make sure to check if you can carry out a request before accepting it. To accept requests, move to the request station bulletin board in each village. If you have your eye on a request, be quick to get there before anyone else. How did you find today's video? I hope.
So I'll be real with you guys. This is going to be a very pay to win game. I can already tell. Games like this, they start off very free-to-play friendly because the adventure becomes the thing that most people focus on, the story obviously, and then getting their level to max. But when you hit max level and you start focusing on mainly PvP and dungeons, and there's PvP in dungeons, this game's gonna be very pay to win. So I'm still gonna play it because I want to try it. I love MMOs. I'm a huge MMO fan, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. But guys, if you guys want to check it out, Night Crows is gonna be dropping tomorrow again. Make sure you are taking a look at it. If you are an MMO fan, it's free to play, so may as well try it out, see if you like it. One thing that obviously worries me is the token and the NFT aspect of things. I'm hoping that's not actually going to be a part of this game. But again, I still care about MMOs enough to try it out. So again, thank you for Gemstar for mentioning this to me. Again, Nightcrow's coming out tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the video. We'll see what it's all about. See you guys then.